Welcome back to this series where I will be placing bets on Premier League matches based off the results my simulator gives me. The CUM is a unique AI that can accurately predict Premier League results. Each week we'll look at how we did and compare against real life, as well as hunting for that elusive golden guess. Will this simulator make me a very rich man? Stay tuned and find out.
No.
Hello, welcome back. There was issues last week. A couple of issues, to say the least. We had a few upsets. As you can see right there, the first guess we had last week was Arsenal beating Brentford 2-1, but as we're all aware by now, Brentford sort of proved everyone wrong with that guess and beat Arsenal 2-0, which definitely wasn't expected, but a very nice surprise. And then we had the guess of United beating Leeds United 3-1. This was actually really close. I say really close. The game in real life finished 5-1. But, 2 goals away. Leeds was the correct score at least. It guessed the correct score for Leeds. What a game that was. Absolute steamroll by United. I suppose that's probably one of the more accurate guesses the simulator spat out last week. Another close one actually was Burnley versus Brighton, 1-1. As we're aware, that finished 2-1 to Brighton in real life. So we got Burnley's score correct, which is nice, but Brighton took that away. I actually did not expect Brighton to win that game. Of course, then we had Chelsea versus Crystal Palace. I did say last week I wasn't sure that Crystal Palace are going to put 1 past Chelsea, and they didn't. Chelsea instead got 3 instead of 2, like the simulator predicted, but that still goes down as a Chelsea win. Everton 2, Southampton 2 was the guess. The match finished 3-1 to Everton. Yeah, I also said last week that it was more likely that Everton were going to win this game, so I wasn't so confident on this draw being predicted. This next one, however, Leicester 2, Wolves 0. The game finished 1-0 to Leicester, so that could have been pretty close. That was not bad at all. I'd say that was a fairly good guess as well. Watford 1, Aston Villa 1. This match was completely different to this. Oh my word. It was 3-2 to Watford. Yeah, well, Aston Villa just had a mare, really, didn't they? I said last week I think Aston Villa are the better team, but clearly not. Clearly not right now. They're shaking up a bit at the moment, to be fair. We got Norwich versus Liverpool, which, as we're well aware, finished 3-0 to Liverpool. Norwich didn't even stand a chance. Great game in real life, not this simulated game. Fantastic game, 3-0. Can't really go wrong. At least we got the outcome correct, Liverpool winning, that's nice. As well, we got the outcome correct for West Ham beating Newcastle, but didn't expect it to be 4-2, that's for sure. West Ham absolutely knocked them back. Though, I would have expected West Ham not to actually concede against Newcastle, but it happened, so. And finally, we have Tottenham beating Man City, which was unexpected at the time. We said 2-1 on the simulator, but it ended up 1-0 in real life. I'm happy with that, because it's a correct outcome, but would have liked a nice score, because that was the highest odds bet that we had on. Right, we've got the Match Week 1 Excel sheet filled in. We do have a couple of positives, and that positives are Manchester United first, Burnley 12th. That is the correct table positions that our simulator predicted. So happy with that. Brilliant. As you can see here, all 10 didn't come through. Some frustratingly close ones. Genuinely, I was watching some of these games just praying that my £1 doesn't just go down the toilet. But alas, I threw the entire collection down. Obviously, we didn't win the golden guess, so only a £1 loss on that is fine. Which means we have the maximum loss this week of £11. Accuracy-wise, I'm doing it in the sense that the correct team's score accuracy, as in, look here, it guessed Leeds would get 1 goal, and Leeds did get 1 goal in real life, so, that counts towards the correct team score accuracy. Correct outcome accuracy, it guessed Manchester United would win, and Manchester United did win, so that goes towards the correct outcome accuracy, and the correct match score accuracy just means if we basically won it or not, which we didn't, and we get the average by just dividing that by 3. This looks surprisingly high, and I'm just guessing it's because 6 outcomes correct isn't bad. That's only 4 off a golden guess. So, that's the sheet filled in for this week. I think we should go ahead and simulate the next match week. Right, are we ready for this? I'm quite nervous for this actually, just because of how close some of these were. I'm hoping some accurate ones come through next week. It would be great. But, I am coming into this expecting a maximum loss of about £419, so, it's an investment, isn't it? Let's find out. Let's do it. 3, 2, 1... Right, interesting. Okay, straight away we've got Liverpool and Burnley drawing. Now, that's just not going to happen, is it? That's just not going to happen. That is £1 down the toilet. Flush that down the toilet right now. I may as well just chuck it in the bin. Yeah, okay, moving on. We got Aston Villa beating Newcastle 2-0. Okay, Aston Villa didn't do that great, did they? But I could probably still see them beating Newcastle, even though... No, there's no justification. Aston Villa will win this game. I will put money on it. In fact, I am putting money on it. Yep, 2-0. Gonna happen. Brentford beating Crystal Palace away. Okay, look, Brentford have beaten Arsenal, the worst top 6 team in the planet. Yeah, it's probably going to go this way. I wouldn't actually be surprised if this match is a pretty much spot-on guess. But correct me if I'm wrong next week. Next up, we got Leeds beating Everton 1-0. Okay, yeah, not bad. It's definitely possible. I absolutely think this could happen. To be fair, hopefully Leeds aren't that crushed from their defeat and they can get themselves a nice home game win for the first home game of the season. That'd be good. Oh no. Oh Christ. Okay, we've got Manchester City drawing at Norwich. Look, I laugh simply because of the absolute state City were in yesterday. But, you know, drawing to Norwich at home, I'm not expecting that at all. A 1-1 draw, yeah, it's just not going to happen, is it? I would fully expect City to win this game. Next up, we got Watford away beating Brighton. Brighton did just win their first game away, so I can't imagine they're going to be held to a clean sheet at home. Probably not going to happen. Coming up next, we've got Manchester United beating Southampton away. Yep, okay, could probably see this happening. Probably couldn't see Southampton scoring against United after Saturday's match. Next in the runnings, we've got Tottenham beating Wolves 3-2. Okay, yeah, I'd expect Tottenham to win this game, but I probably wouldn't expect Wolves to score 2 past them. You know, defensive example yesterday from Tottenham. It was really, really great to watch. Hopefully they let 2 in against Wolves, because then that means my bet comes through. That's going to be a very high odds bet, I'm going to guess. Okay, here we go. We've got Arsenal drawing to Chelsea. Probably not going to happen, is it? Arsenal are going to lose. Straight up, Arsenal are going to get destroyed by Chelsea. Going to get bent over and slapped around. 1-1 is not going to happen. Chelsea are going to win that game. Arsenal are a laughingstock. And finally for this week, we've got Leicester away beating West Ham. Now, this is going to be an interesting game, I reckon. This is going to be a really fun game. I don't think it's going to be decided by a 2-goal difference. I think it's going to be a much closer game than that. It's one that's going to be exciting, so we'll have to wait and see. We'll take a quick look at the table just here. So in this parallel universe, we've got Leicester City winning. They've won both their first games and they're on a goal difference of 4, followed by Manchester United on a goal difference of 3. Tottenham, Aston Villa, Watford on goal difference of 2, even though Tottenham's third place with 6 points. Aston Villa, Watford got 4 points. Liverpool on 4 points. Arsenal, Chelsea on 4 points. Brentford, West Ham, Leeds, Burnley on 2. And then the drawers, we've got Southampton, Everton, Manchester City, Norwich and Brighton. And with no points at all this season, Crystal Palace, Wolverhampton Wanderers and Newcastle United. Okay, I've got the betting slip filled out. As you can see, the likelihood of Liverpool drawing to Burnley is very, very low. And they've even just changed the price as well, so we'll get even more for our money. Yep, that one's done. Aston Villa 2-0. Surprisingly, only 9-1 on that, which is nice. Hopefully that comes through. Brentford to beat Crystal Palace 3-2 though is 34-1. Yeah, obviously it's a far stretch, but you know, when all these come through, I'm off straight on holiday, that's for sure. Leeds 1-0. Normal odds again, 9-1. Draw Manchester City versus Norwich. Yeah. As we said, unlikely. But then again, last week, Manchester City had unfavoured odds to lose to Tottenham, and that happened anyway. So next up, Watford 2-0 to Brighton. Tremendously crazy odds on that. I wasn't expecting them to be that high. And next up, we've got Manchester United 2-1. Really low odds. It's almost like that's guaranteed to happen. Tottenham 3-2 versus Wolves, 29-1. Okay, yeah, that's definitely coming back. Can't wait for that. Draw 1-1 Arsenal and Chelsea. That's the lowest odds of the betting slip right there. 6.5-1. That's almost a guarantee that this is definitely going to be the score. So we're going to get at least 2 right this next week. perfect. And 12 to 1 on Leicester beating West Ham 2-0. With all that coming through, we'll have a nice return of £179. Beautiful. That's enough evidence that this is going to be a very tough week to get any correct. Okay, golden guess is filled out, and look at these ridiculous odds. Last week, for the golden guess, it was a £3,000 return. This week, it's 118,000. Oh, beautiful. This simulator, it's going to make me so rich. Yeah, as you can see, Liverpool, Burnley draw, Aston Villa win. Yeah, so basically that's all the golden guess is, just betting on the actual outcomes that was predicted and using it as an accumulator. Obviously, that's never going to come through in a million years, but if it does, I'll maybe give one or two of you like a tenner or something. We'll see. But yeah, let's place that bet. Right, that concludes our predictions for this week. I'll leave you with the table just to have a little gander at. Yeah, it's going to be very interesting. I'm expecting maybe 7 or 8 to be correct. We'll find out. Let me know your predictions for the Liverpool-Burnley match, and I'll see you next week. Have a good one.